Welcome back. We're doing our DBT skills and we're staying focused on wise mind, which is a mindfulness skill. And this is one of the most fundamental ones that it teaches us the what. What is happening? It's teaching us how to observe and accept reality. Wise mind is specifically unifying the right hemisphere of our brain and the left hemisphere. Left hemisphere controlling logic, the rationale, language, and structure. Right hemisphere primarily controlling more emotion, creativity, relational aspects of who we are. And the question is, which one's better? This world is made up of people who try to argue that one side is better over the other. And it's like, guys, unity is better. So the wise mind is valuing both the emotional brain and the rational brain, and it's bringing them together. And certain faith perspectives talk about a middle path or a narrow path. That's this idea of realizing we have to appreciate what is emotional and relational and what is logical, what is true, what is structured. That is the balance of reality that we're pursuing in this. So, how do we do that? How do we start observing what is happening? Well, it does start with observing, and this will be handout 4. But make sure you look at the handouts this week because there is a graph of what I just described that's highly helpful. So take a look at that. And if you didn't look at the one from last week, make sure you check it out because these will be very helpful in guiding you in making use of these skills. So first, we want to observe. Notice your body sensations. Think about all of your senses. What are you seeing? What are you hearing? What are you smelling? What are you tasting? Let's look at all of those things. And we're paying attention on purpose. We're starting to draw our attention to different things and say, okay, am I paying attention to that? What do I hear around me? Oh, there's some cars. What am I feeling? And we can go throughout our whole body. I'm feeling some pressure on my heels right now. And it's realizing we're just developing an awareness of all that's transpiring because we can't control what we're not aware of. And that's this next thing about controlling your attention. We're not controlling what we see. We're not controlling the external. We're controlling how we're experiencing it. And we're not pushing anything away. And we're also not clinging to anything. We're just able to observe it. And that's this idea of mindfulness. Practice wordless watching, simply observing what's happening. Watch thoughts come into your mind. Let them slip right by like clouds going by in the sky. Notice each feeling rising and falling like waves in the ocean. And we're observing again, both inside and outside ourselves. Both are important. Then we're describing. So first we want to work on practicing wordless watching, but then we put words to the experience. When a feeling or thought arises or you do something, acknowledge it. For example, say in your mind, sadness has just consumed me, or my stomach muscles are tightening, or maybe we have a thought, I can't do this. And we just observe and say, I notice that I'm feeling like I can't do this. I just said to myself, I can't do it. And then we're trying to unglue our interpretations and opinions from the facts. Opinions and interpretations aren't always facts. They're actually rarely facts, or they're rarely 100% accurate. We're simply wanting to describe the who, what, when, and where that we observe. Just the facts, not our interpretations. And then remember, if you can't observe it through your senses, you can't describe it. So we're wanting to take all that information in. And then the last step. So we've got observe, describe, and finally participate. We want to throw ourselves completely into an activity of the current moment. We're not trying to separate from what is going on in the moment. We're trying to invest in it, whether we're dancing, cleaning, talking to a friend, feeling happy or sad. And this is the idea of grieving that I talk about. We're doing it thoroughly. We're working through the emotion, which allows us to get past the emotion. You're becoming one with whatever you are doing. You're throwing your attention into the moment and you're acting intuitively from the wise mind, from the balance of the right and left hemispheres. And you're learning to go with the flow with that. Not overthinking things. Again, watching that emotional brain take over or the logical brain take over. we're finding that balance.